Folgers in a cup. Good morning, everybody. It's February 4th, and I wanted to take a moment to address all the new folk here who come with the understanding that there is no escape from our current economic system, and we are not transitioning away from dirty energy fast enough. In fact, many states and counties are banning new clean energy projects faster than they can be built. Not to mention the current CO2 levels in the atmosphere indicate a doubling of energy imbalance on our planet, which results in a near 5 degrees centigrade rise in global average temperatures. Of course, all of this heat goes almost directly into the ocean. Some of you have accepted this. It's taken me years. I know that warrior spirit in you wants to preach and console other people, perhaps some ego or fear of not being heard or clinging on to life. It is a form of death acceptance, an existential awakening, for lack of better words, and not for the faint of heart. So it makes sense that many, if not all of my subscribers are either neuroatypical and or swing the other way. I say that because they often don't have children, although that's still possible. People with children don't really want to hear that their child has no future, obviously. All right, so I've endured a lot of comments on this channel, people who have reached acceptance and others who still suffer with anxiety and despair on the subject. And I just wanted to come forward and say there is nothing that you can do. There's no amount of letters you can write to Congress, people you can tell in public, and I can give 2 recent examples and many more off the top of my head where I felt like I could just explode in that moment and break down to them, just like that Don't Look Up scene. But it does nothing. It has no tangible effect. Okay, we have dug our grave so deep that the current rate of CO2 equivalent gases in the atmosphere is well over 500 parts per million. What that equates to is a 5 degree centigrade rise in global average temperature. My message is still the same. Don't waste your time trying to change other people's minds or console them like you'll actually make a difference. I hope that you can reach a place of acceptance so that you can once again fully live your life and meet other people who also understand this information. You may have to sit with them and walk them through it, but it's not that hard. It's mainstream media now. Of course, they're downplaying the situation and the rate of warming is accelerating. I know how alienating and isolating it is to live in this system that we have, this prison that we have built for ourselves, knowing this information. I know. I went through the whole process on camera on this channel. So you're speaking to the one who will not give up a fight. I will fight until my fingernails come out. But this is one battle I know that's lost. It's just the way it is. This is our last stable decade. And then you can kiss everything goodbye by 2040. So stop fighting and resisting and live your life. I have people coming here telling me to just go with the flow. Yeah, they're projecting. Of course I'm going with the flow. But I'm also telling the truth and the story of our lifetimes. I'll give an example of what it feels like most of the time, just for the record. Because I know all of you have jobs and relationships and people don't want to talk about it around you. But this is the 30-second encounter that encapsulates all of those experiences. I was at the library filming my most recent video with some thoughts about our predicament and overshoot in particular. And a young African American woman, probably about my age, actually comes to my corner of the library and asks me how I'm doing, making small talk because it's only the two of us in there. And I said surviving, and she was kind of taken aback and said, "Oh, wow, surviving? Why would you say that?" And rather than sitting down and getting in a massive conversation unpacking that statement, I said, "We're in runaway climate change." Her response was flippant, dismissive, and clueless. "Oh, you mean global warming?" And I said, "Yeah, we have 10 or 20 years left. I'm just letting you know." And her response was, "Okay." If a warhead was coming down to Earth to obliterate half the world's population, would your response be, "Oh, that thing? Okay"? Does that sound like an intelligent species who values the preservation of its life? No. So, I could probably break it down into the percentage of people who are just clueless, those who accept it but knew it all along, and have a certain copacetic personality type that can just go with the information, and a certain part of the other population who's so tied in with their identity and politics to feel like they can just deny it. It's just a part of them. Maybe 20% of the pop, 20, 30, I don't know. But that's us. We are so crisscrossed in so many different directions. It is completely futile to even talk to people about it, to even convince them, to even bring out forward the idea at this point. We are so far gone. Our window of opportunity and action was a century ago. So again, not to make this too long, I do want to make another video with my collapse acceptance timeline. I just wanted to come forward and say, hey, if you're in this boat and you understand the information clearly for what it is, then don't waste any effort in a fit or rage or preaching or consoling or even explaining to anybody. Just don't waste your breath. Don't waste your life. I know you're a warrior. I know you have this pride, this not give up attitude. Just live your life and work on the relationships with people around you. Cherish the positive aspects. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya.